All right, this next movement is called the pre-founder. This is a prerequisite movement that we are preparing you to jump into the granddaddy posture, or Aksher itself, the founder exercise from foundation training. So Dr. Jordan's going to demonstrate bringing his hands out in front, about wrist distance away. He has a chair that's about hip height. You can use a countertop or a couch, whatever you have access to. But this is just to give you a little stability and balance so we can start to work the fine-tuning of the anchoring and decompressing with a hip hinge. So from here, he's going to go through his decompression breaths. There's 4 breaths that we've cued in the past. The front breath, nice and tall, exhaling while you maintain that space, keeping the head over the shoulders, keeping the chest nice and high, keeping the front neck muscles nice and long, sternocleidomastoid. Next, the side breath, nice and wide, and then exhaling, maintaining that rib cage space so you get the full oxygen capacity that you want. And then that nice breath into the low back, ribs 10 through 12, expanding in every direction as you inhale, maintaining that space as you exhale. The last one, the umbrella breath, opening that umbrella in the center of your body, expanding in every direction again, exhaling, pulling belly button away from the waistband of your shorts. Once you have your full decompression modality done in the top, the half of the body, now we're going to start focusing on the anchoring of the lower body. So spreading the toes out, lifting toes up off the ground, and then setting the toes back down as wide as possible. Play with knees coming in and out, and then settle into where your knees are directly over your ankles. And now from here, your hands are going to come back behind you and pull your butt behind you without letting your knees come forward. So if you watch here, Dr. Jordan's going to show you that the knees come forward like this. This is incorrect. This is the quads turning on, and this is not going to integrate the whole posterior side of the body. A lot more force is absorbed in the low back. So we want to distribute that. So bringing the knees back. From here, come back up to starting position and really show the hands are like magnets, and they're going to pull your butt away from the front of your body. Great. Now his whole back of his body is starting to get engaged. To go a little deeper into it, he's going to start to pull his hands forward without moving his knees, without moving his hips, and he's going to set his hands right on the chair. Now from here, again, lift the toes, spread the toes, and pull in. I want you to imagine that your inner thigh is pulling your arches away from the ground. So you're actually going to be lifting your arches up off the ground using muscles from above. So lifting the arches off the ground and scooping your feet toward the midline lightly just to feel the inner thighs start to turn on, but don't let the knees collapse together. So from the front, I want you to lift the arches, but not let the knees collapse in. And you want to get a little bit of a shake here. One more decompression breath, lengthening the spine, expanding the rib cage in every direction, exhaling diaphragmatically, so bringing the belly button away from the waistband of the shorts. And then from here, to come back up, hands will come back behind you, push into the heels, and lift the hips forward. That's an incredible movement that you can start practicing throughout the day. So that same hip hinge is something if I want to set a dish into the sink, if I want to lift my baby up and hold him, if I want to lift a box into the trunk of the car. This hip hinge is the posterior chain, or potentially the most powerful muscles of the body when used properly. And unfortunately in our culture, some of the most underused muscles in our culture. So start to do this, start to feel stronger, and you'll notice a difference right away.